Hello, Connie Rose, Voice of Spirit here, and today's reading's all about what you need to hear right here and right now from Spirit to feel supported, seen, heard, held, and all those beautiful things. If you've been here before, you'll know how I work. I channel Spirit, I feel it, I say it, I hear it, I say it, I see it, I say it. So I'm seriously just the messenger. Later on, I actually don't even remember what I've said because I'm in my spiritual mind right now, not my conscious mind, so to speak. So take a moment, choose 1, 2, or 3, and it is a general reading, so take what resonates. And I love all your comments, your shares, your likes, subscribes, and also stay to the end because I give away a free reading, a one-on-one reading every month, and I'll let you know how at the end. Wow, if you can hear the crazy wind and the weather at the moment in the background, that's just washing away all the shit we don't need. Let's get to it, guys. All right, number 1. Now, as I feel into this energy, I want to slow down for a moment. I want to hear that wind, like it is batting down. What do you say? Wind is flying around and it's not concerning me. I'm in my studio, which I have a roller door, and the wind is just pounding on it. And it's like it's trying to disturb me. It's trying to take my focus away. And I'm acknowledging it and I'm aware it's there, but it doesn't matter. It just is. So in this energy, I can't ignore what happens around me. I'm aware of it, but it's not affecting me. So I know very well with you, if you've chosen number 1 now, general reading, take what resonates. It's almost like you're just taking a back seat. You are looking at the big picture, and Spirit's here to say, we've got you through this. We've literally got you. We're holding space for you to observe. There doesn't feel like there needs to be any action here. It's like you're collecting your data. You're observing, you're understanding what's going on around you, and also you're being invited to feel into your emotion. How does it feel? How does it feel that this is playing out around you? How does it feel that people are behaving the way they are, or acting, or saying things, and you know, they're on their own trajectory. Is that the word? Trajectory. I don't say that word. So you can see it playing out before them. And it's very hard for a lot of you right now to not say, I told you so. Now, you like to plan ahead. You like to have a destination, somewhere to go. But in this energy, it's more like, forget it. Just sit back for a minute. Take off the pressure or the chains of always knowing what's next, always knowing what's coming up, always having a plan. Because in that space, I mean, I know on one side I get, you know, you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But that just doesn't make sense in this energy. It's more like just sit back and trust and have faith in the outcome. The only thing that is fully 100% in your control is your attitude here. Your reactions, the way you're behaving. And it really feels as if I just want to sit back and watch it play out. You know, when some people can come up to you and say something very abrupt and it's not true, or it's just, it doesn't align with you, or it's just rude or whatever. And all of a sudden you have this surge of emotion that wants you to react. Well, energy here that's coming in and Spirit's giving you time to stop, pause and respond. And your response can actually be, closing your mouth as well. Just a smile and a nod and an acknowledgement. I just feel like there's a little bit of silence in this space. And it's not silence out of anger or resentment or anything like that. It's more so just the observation, collecting your data, and I want to say preparing as well. What are we preparing for? A lot of you just don't know, but you know something's coming. You know when you feel like you've got to get prepared, but you just don't know what for? That's what this is feeling like. And it's certainly not bad. It's more so just keeping yourself, knowing what it is that you want to feel rather than being pushed and pulled in directions of other people. Keep your close ones close in this energy. Just, it's like you get the bird's eye view. You want to see the big picture, but just keep your circle small. Be mindful who you talk to, who you trust. And just more observing this month. Oh, I was going to say this week, but no, month came out. So this is a 4-week reading all of a sudden. All right, let's get some cards. We've got the Innocence cards. Let's go with that. And I want to pull 3. What do we got? Blessing in Disguise. And then we've got Ask. Okay. This is a real gentle time, isn't it? I'm going to get my glasses. So let's start with the Innocence card for you, darling. I feel like that's literally you, the baby. And this is Spirit, your guides holding you. And I always say, I just wish a baby realised how nurtured and looked after they are in that. Like I see people pushing a pram and I look at that baby all snug, just observing, getting fed when they want and, being nurtured and just being warm and snug. And I find it really challenging that baby doesn't realise on a conscious level how loved, nurtured and safe they truly are. Then you go to a child in school and how life can be so simple. They play with their friends, that type of thing. And a lot of the time they don't realise the effort that has gone into them getting a brand new pair of shoes, them getting fed, fresh water. And then as you grow, the stress and the responsibility gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I feel like this is sort of 2 messages in one, this part, because it feels as though there's got to be an acknowledgement for how much you do for others, but how much has been done for you. And it's interesting, I went to a retreat in my early 20s when I first really dived into my big spiritual awakening, or the next level of it anyway. And I remember when we were sitting around, we were going around and talking about traumas and hurts from our parents. And everybody was saying, oh, my parents did this, my parents did that. And it was a weekend retreat. And at the start of the weekend, I was thinking, oh, shut up. You whinging thing. You just blame your parents for everything. Oh, my God. Anyway, we started unpacking. We did some breath work. We did some regression work. We did all this stuff through the weekend. And by the end of the weekend, I was like, and then they did this, and then they did that. And it took me that time to realize what I thought was normal really wasn't that normal for a lot of people. And I feel like there's a little bit of innocence, a little bit of work going on for you where you're realizing potentially the adults around you when you were small, what you thought was normal and what actually isn't something you want to bring into your world now as an adult. But I also truly know that my parents and your parents and every parent out there did the absolute best they absolutely could at the time, giving their skill set, giving their upbringing, giving their mind and mental health. Some of it is absolutely not acceptable. But then when I look at some unacceptable behaviours, what the F were they exposed to think that those acceptable behaviours were acceptable or appropriate? So right here, right now, I know that in your sitting back and awareness of everything, you're almost putting, you're connecting the dots. Things are happening before you that's making sense of everything that happened as a small child, even in the womb, even before you were born, your ancestral line. Because the work you're doing now is deep, it's healing, and it's breaking absolute chains of what's happened to your ancestors in the past. Now, this is a blessing, my darling. It's a blessing in disguise because this can hurt. It can actually be too much. But your spirit team is coming through right now to say it is an absolute blessing in disguise. Everything that you're uncovering, everything that now you're seeing, every dot you're putting, you're connecting. Because it's making sense of who you are. Now, I don't know if you understand what human design is, but human design is an excellent study of, what the planets were doing when we were born, the time, the place, all the things. But it gives you a deep dive into your personality traits and who you are, etc. Now, when I did my human design once, my top gate is the doubt gate. So that means I doubt everything naturally. So if I'm low vibing, I feel very like I can't trust anyone or anything, and I'm looking at the catch. But when I'm high vibing, I can use that doubt gate as in, I'll ask questions till I get to the bottom of it, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's actually great with my beautiful inquisitive mind. So I could look at that as if I'm suspicious, or I could look at it as if I'm interested. So it depends on where you're vibing. So how you're feeling at the moment, it's not a negative. It's absolutely part of your growth. Now, your spirit team are absolutely here to say, ask for help. You don't have to keep going through this by yourself. You simply ask. You can ask your spirit team. They're here already, else you wouldn't have picked number one. But also, ask the people around you. I feel like there may very well be something pressing of an ancestral line here, a lineage of something that's happened in the past that's going to make sense to you as to why you feel the way you do. It's not even your stuff. It's absolutely something that's happened in your ancestors' history. So ask for that, because when you get that information, you may already know it. It's going to make so much sense for you here and now. So your message today is just sit back, observe, collate the information, but just go gentle. There's really no action here. It's more so that you're doing a little bit of research to prepare, because the next thing that's coming for you is actually quite life-changing and in a great way. And that, my darling, is your reading for number one. Don't forget to stay to the end for your opportunity to win a one-on-one reading with me. Okay, number two, what spirit wants to let you know right here, right now, with whatever you might be going through. The first thing I get is I want a little bit more oomph. I want some more motivation. I want some more inspiration. I want to feel more driven in this energy. And Spirit's coming in to say, time to reach out, time to do some Googling, time to find a mentor. When we have someone to aspire to be like, it gives us a focus. And it seems that you have a lot of beautiful skill set. And I almost feel like I've got a little bit of skills over here, a little bit of skills over here, like almost like a handyman in this energy. You're good at whatever task comes up you can tackle. But it just feels like I want a bit more direction to streamline. So when you have someone to aspire to be, when you find someone that's doing what you want to do, or acting like you want to act, or feeling like you want to feel, it doesn't have to be a career goal. It can be just someone that has got the family unit that you crave. It could be that someone's got the health goals, the weight, whatever it is that you truly feel that will benefit you. Find that person. Do not try to reinvent the wheel. Because if someone's doing it, find out how. and do it. Just copy. But when, it's interesting, my kids are so cute because they'll say, stop copying me to one of them. And the other one will say, I'm not copying you, you're inspiring me. They're 8 and 9. It's the cutest thing. But you're being inspired. You're not copying someone. Now, the thing is, when I say copy, some people get like, oh, how dare they? They took my design. They copied me. They did that. Now, the thing is, there is so much out there that you will always get the right people, the right vibe, the right following, the right support. And you truly know that when you bring something to life, it's got your energy and your trademark on it, your absolute stamp energetically. So nobody can actually copy you regardless. So when you copy someone else, you're not copying them, you're just not reinventing the wheel. And you're going to bring your oomph into it, your energy, your personality, you. So I offer a mentorship. And when people come onto my mentorship, I tell them to do, offer how I offer my mentorship. Or I do my readings. I teach my class how to do readings. And I say, do it like I do. But I'll tell you one thing right now. They're never going to copy my mentorship. They're never going to copy my readings. All I'm doing is giving them a template. Because nobody can be me. Nobody can be you. Nobody is that person that you want to be inspired by. So for starters, we used to get a smack on our hand at school for copying someone sitting beside us. But really, we're never really copying. We just aren't. We're so unique. We bring in our vibe, we bring in our energy, and we bring in the law of attraction. What does that look like? Well, I'll tell you right now, we vibe our tribe. Doesn't matter what you're putting out there physically, it's all energy. Let's get some cards. So, time to get motivated, time to find someone or something to aspire to be like, inspired by. I used to sell the Rev products years ago, Party Plan, and the perfumes, they'd use the same essence, but then they'd add natural products into it. You could actually drink this perfume. So it was very good to go on your skin. My point being, the perfumes were inspired by, and then the label. They weren't saying they were the label. And they weren't saying they were a copy. They were saying inspired by. And the perfumes were freaking beautiful. So think about it. Let's get you some cards. Change in direction. Cupid. And release and surrender. Now, you know what I can't deny? Now, look at these cards, right? Look at all the colours. I can't deny the soft colours that you've drawn. So you're coming from a place here of you've been hiding in the shadows potentially. And I do feel like you've got a lot to bring and your heart is so full. You've got all these ideas, but there's something that's holding you back here. And I feel like it's confidence and it's self-belief. And it's like, well, why would they come to me if they could go to someone else? That type of thing. And it's time to realize that it's a change in direction. It's not being in the shadows anymore. It's actually taking that step forward. And I do want to read these words. And it says, the changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future. So follow your path to happy outcomes and desires. Now have a look at this. You've got a wise old bird here, stork, bringing beautiful babies and a map. Interesting, huh? So that's what's standing out to me, but the soft colours as well. So it's gentle, it's not abrupt, it's not scary. It's like one day at a time. Don't bite off too much so you can't chew it, all right? So you're getting the beautiful divine guidance coming in. So don't be surprised if animals show up to guide you. And when I say animals show up, I always know that if I'm driving along and I see a kangaroo, for example, if the kangaroo is on my left-hand side when I'm driving, that signifies the past. When it's on my right-hand side, that signifies the future. I know a kangaroo can't jump backwards. And I know they keep their babies very safe in their pouches. So, just on those two little tips, where are the animals? Are they on your left side? Are they on the right side? And what's the traits that they're coming in with? Because they're the traits that are in you. So if I've got it in my past, I know that I haven't gone backwards to get here. If they're in my front, I'm like, okay, I can't go backwards now. You know what I mean? So really feel into what animals are showing up for you. What's their traits and what are their traits in you? Because it's time to bring them out. It's time for those animals to show you. If they're on your left-hand side, it's the traits that you've had to get here. And if they're on your right-hand side, it's time to tap into those traits to get to where you're going. Gently, though. I can't tell you gently more than I have. The soft colors keep coming in because your next card is simply Cupid. And Cupid's all about your love. It's all about your heart space. It's just going gentle with your heart space. You may very well want to look at some beautiful heart opening meditations. I know there's a beautiful heart and brain coherence meditation that I speak of a lot from Dr. Joe Dispenza, which is beautiful. But any heart opening meditations. Now, I've got to say, when we focus on opening our heart, sometimes it can physically hurt because we've been holding on to or suppressing so much. And because you're such an empath and you feel deeply, just send beautiful white light to that area, maybe your hands, with the intention of opening, because this is a real opening heart time for you. And the Cupid just brings in everything love. Everything love. It could be a new romance coming up. It could be bringing more romance into your relationships that you already have, or it can be relationship with self. But either way, I feel like it's all of the above with you, because for you to get that self-worth and that confidence, it's time that you step into it and open your heart gently, day by day. Don't overwhelm yourself. That's the key message here, because your last card is release and surrender. And if you have a look, the beautiful beaming white light is literally coming out of the heart space of this beautiful figurine, this beautiful angel. And it's a message of guidance. And just to finish off, I'm just going to read this, because as you do this, you're going to feel at times vulnerable. You're going to feel a little bit weak and a little bit, at times, shaky on your feet. But Spirit wants to step in to say, it's all good. It's all part of it. Open your heart. Keep moving forward. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. Time to open your heart. And remember, and I say this a lot, when we let go of things that we've been holding on tightly, sometimes we can go, oh my gosh, and just be absolutely exhausted. Like holding on to the monkey bars when we were kids. And we hold so tightly, we grip for dear life. And then finally when we let go, we go, oh my God, ouch. And it'd be exhausted. So don't be surprised with how you're feeling through this process. But very well know Spirit is here with you, moving through it. And that, my darling, is your reading for number 2. And don't forget to stay to the end for your opportunity to win a one-on-one reading with me for the month of September. Oh my gosh, number 3. Seriously, I'm getting hot flashes. I'm taking off this cardigan and I almost feel like I've been a bit of an emotional wreck in this energy. I feel like I have a whirlwind of emotion that's been a little bit heavy, a little bit too much, okay? So in this energy, I want to say, go on the emotional roller coaster. Just go on it. Don't try to harness it. Don't try to pull it back in, because when you do that, you tick, 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 boom. And nobody's tick, 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 booming in this energy. We're just going to move our body. I want to dance. I want to shake it up. I want to scream. I want to go, ah, do it with me. Come on. Ah! Like, serious. Oh my gosh. This is a complete different energy to the other two readings. This is releasing the pent-up energy that I've been absolutely holding together because I'm too concerned about what everybody else thinks. I'm too concerned about looking silly. I'm too concerned about blah, 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 blah. Time to give zero shits, my darling. Time to let your goddess and your God within you flow. Why? Why can't you just sit back and be cool, calm, and collected with whatever emotion might be showing up? I tell you right now, when my kids are playing up, we say playing up, but being kids. But if they're being rude, abrupt, aggressive, all these things, uninterrupted sleep, blah, 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 I look at myself and I go, hang on, what am I doing? What am I doing? Because they're going to mirror me, right? So people around you will mirror you. So if people around you are being a little bit off, have a look at yourself and see what you might be doing. So when I have a bit of a check-in with how I'm feeling and go, oh, that's right, I've been a bit angry or I've been aggressive and I've been this and I've been that and I haven't let my emotions flow. I'm trying to push them down or I'm trying to ignore them because I've got shit to do. That doesn't work. That makes me tick, 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 boom. And then my kids tick, 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 boom. And then my husband tick, 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 boom. Nobody wants to tick, 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 boom. We want to dance, we want to flow, we want to move. So let yourself, what is it that you truly desire? Tap into your body speaks. You have an innate wisdom and it's time to let yourself flow. Music, dance, sing, scream, punch a pillow. Just your body in this energy is craving to be accessed. Access your body. Let's get some more cards. First card, perfect timing. Second card, there's nothing to worry about. And I always use my old cards. And I'll talk about that when I get to it. And thirdly, assertiveness. All right. Let's just take a moment. Let's let ourselves just tune in, scan our bodies, and just see what's going on right now. Let's just check in because our body's going to tell us, right? Let's just do it. How's any tension around your jaw, your temples, tight neck, heavy shoulders, maybe a bit of a racing heart, sweaty palms, heavy legs, tight feet? What's going on? Or is there nothing? You can't feel anything. Are you ignoring it? Or is there truly nothing? Your body will always tell you. So what I tend to do is if I get a headache, I sit down and I feel into my head and I'll go, okay, headache, why are you here? What is it that I need to know? Why are you trying to slow me down? And I go into it and I think it's because somebody said something the other day that I didn't like and I didn't say anything and it's going over and over in my head and it's hurting now. So I go, all right, so what should I do about it? I don't know. Maybe I've got something to say. Okay, so if I said something to them, would it help? Yes, great. So I might go to them and say, just need to let you know I haven't got it out of my head. What you said the other day, it really upset me, but I'm not sure if that's what you meant by it. Now, a lot of people say to me, you need balls to be able to have that conversation. Really? Okay. But you can also avoid the confrontation if that's something you don't want to do, and close your eyes and bring them in and say, you know what? And bring in their higher self. It's like a meditation. And you can say, I didn't like how you did that. Why did you do it? And you feel into them and you realize that firstly, half the time they didn't realize they said it. Second point is maybe they were pissed off and you said something that you didn't realize you said. Now, that can actually be a conversation where you get the information, and no doubt, not 100%, but most of the time you will resolve that coming from a place of love. The other opportunity is just to do it in a meditation, and you tend to get the understanding as to why they behaved the way they did, and that can bring resolve also. But the perfect timing card is what you get. Your body will give you clues and messages always. Always. Perfect timing. We can feel inconvenienced by this. Now, I will always get clients with a theme. They will always come to me with a theme, one after the other, until I address the theme in my life. And then I'll get other people with a theme afterwards, and that'll be my next theme to work on. So have a look at what might be going on around you in relationships that are clicking or taking your attention, because there would be a theme about what you need to work on at the moment, or address, or not suppress. Now, I feel like there's been the coping mechanism is to suppress these emotions that you naturally get. You either suppress them, ignore them, deny them, or not feel them. And that's just been a coping mechanism up until now, and it's time for you to let them flow and almost make friends with them and get their hints and clues, because when they flow, they come up and out and then they disperse. They don't stay within you, because when the energy, it's just energy, when energy gets stuck in you, it becomes things, dis-ease. So it's perfect timing that you're getting this message from Spirit right here, right now. But they also want to let you know there's nothing to worry about. Okay? There's nothing to worry about. This situation's actually under control. You're knowing what to do here to clear it up. And when I say clear it up, it's more for you, it's more for your body. Okay? Okay? I just want to look at this card. It's absolutely beautiful. He's got his hand in his heart, and he's got the bird, the peace, the dove in one hand. So it's like you've got two options here. And always choose the option that brings you closer to your peace, not their peace, your peace, okay? Because when you're peaceful, people will feel that around you and they will mirror you. You're very strong. You've got an energy that is big. So when you're going through something, no doubt people around you will mirror that. You've got actually more power than you realize, because the next card you've got is assertiveness. I'm going to read this one, okay? My glasses are dirty. Give me a second. I just want to give them a little bit of a wipe. Assertiveness. You know what? I was about to read it, but it's like you're literally getting playing your own fiddle. It's its own tune. So it says, this situation can be healed gently with love as you requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving your strength and guiding words. That is exactly the option here, the assertiveness. Now, you are going to say the right words at the right time. It's going to be rectified. Now, even if you feel like there's nothing going on now, what this is when the emotions come up in your body, they're going to actually present thoughts. And you're going to go, well, hang on, I am pissed off. Maybe I'm pissed off because this, that, and the other. Or I am angry because of that, and that. Or I'm sad because that, whatever. But then you're going to want to do something about it. So that's when you can be assertive and either speak with someone, write someone a letter, write in your journal, write a letter, burn it, or do the whole meditation and bring in their higher self. But there's going to be some assertiveness here for you to work through it, because there's big, massive healing going on for you right now. But remember, there's nothing to worry about. It's more so knowing where you're going, knowing that Spirit's here with you, supporting you through this time. And it's a beautiful time. It's progress. It's a process, and it's all healing, and it's all about you and being okay to let those emotions flow, my darling. We all have emotions. You can't deny it. You can't hide them. You can't suppress them anymore. And that, my darling, is your reading for number 3. You got this. You got this. And an opportunity to win a one-on-one reading with me. Please, in the comments, I would like you to write, one of your favorite memories that just brings so much joy to your heart. One of your favorite memories that just opens your heart, makes you feel that joy. Because when we're going through things in life, sometimes we need to just stop, feel into that joy that we can access with that one memory, and all of a sudden our energy and our frequencies change. And then when we change, we bring in more of that energy, more of those frequencies, and more of that experience. And that is your tip for today, guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, share, all those beautiful YouTube algorithm things. Take care, be kind to others, but especially be kind to yourself. I am Connie Rose, Voice of Spirit. Peace out.